In the book that you have written, you cover all the different foods in there. What's the good foods and the bad foods?
Yeah, there's about on the good foods, I list like 25. On the bad foods, I list about 35, 40. Because what I've done is I've taken the Australian data, and they analyzed 700 foods. I only took the kind of foods that we eat normally here. And I said, I have a category: bad foods, good foods, not so bad, not so good, which means now and then. You take some of that now and then. And I got about 20 of that. And, you know, people say, well, first place, it's very, you got to watch out. For example, corn is not valued as a good food. It's valued as a bad food. But at the same time, when it's heated and becomes popcorn, it's fine. So you got some variations and things like this. But, you know, tied in with diabetes is other kinds of health problems, and one is hydrogenated foods. And hydrogenated foods are very simple because it's a food that already has a good oil, okay, olive oil or whatever. And what they do is they shoot a hydrogen gas into that, okay? And you say, well, why did the hydrogen gas go into the good oil that's part of this product? And people will say, well, to puff it up and look big and look. No, that's not the answer. What it is, it extends the shelf life. Instead of goodbye, no, it's going to be there another week, another 2 weeks. Somebody's going to buy it. It's all about money. And a lot of these problems that we're facing are being, they're growing bigger simply because money.
So years ago, when we all bought fresh fruit, even some fresh bread possibly, it was a lot better for us because the manufacturers haven't manipulated it.
Right.
Okay.
And on top of that, the manufacturers, the way that they parcel it, okay, they can put it in a container, and it has good old square pants and Patrick and whatever, and it's shiny, and you say, oh, Mommy, get that. So what they're very smart. What they do is they put the packaging in a position of being an attraction, whether it's a cartoon character, you know, or whatever. These kids go for it, and they say, Mommy, I want that, and Mommy, I want that. And the other thing you got to be very careful of, see, I've just written a new book dealing with children, diabetics, that the child goes out, and you got to understand what he's doing with the neighbors, and what you know, whether they're just playing together, out comes somebody with certain kind of food, or they have some kind of activity in playtime inside, or they stay over and they're having dinner. You got to start asking, what is my child being fed? You got to develop an ability to get together with some of these neighbors or who plays with your children, and see if their kinds of thinking agrees with your own.
That certainly makes sense.